Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Chris. This is a little update on Horse Racing Manager. They had some few updates while I've been away and trying to reset my brain and life and everything. It's so much going on right now. Let me just tell you, it's been wild. Um, but yeah, my dad's doing better. That's the one thing that really matters. My wife's coming over for a month. Um, in about a week, so that's all on top of everything. Of course, Christmas, New Year, and everything else going on. Stuff is crazy, but while I have been away, there's been some pretty big stuff with Horse Racing Manager. I feel bad that I haven't sort of kept on top of it and talked about it. I'm sure you all know by now. But the first one I really wanted to talk about was the roadmap. And yeah, as you can see, we've been through the alpha phase. Uh, they did their play testing. They're now firmly in the early access. They've added the financial features and they put out a new demo. And that's all that's been done is this section. And we already have this game that I think is quite far ahead of a lot of other games and already is pretty playable and really fun. And it's only this little section. This is their roadmap on the first furlong. We're coming round here and you can see that, yeah, it's kind of interesting, right? So they're going to rework the racing logic and build a new racing engine. And this was basically where I left. I took a couple of weeks off. Is around this point. So they are getting that new racing engine together. They're going to overhaul training, getting their sound system, and that'll complete their first furlong. On to the second. They're going to do then geolocations worldwide. Then a road to the championship, so a whole structure there based around real life schedules and trophies. Road to ownership, so starting really low down, maybe, or even just as a manager of a stable and getting your own one day. They're going to put that pathway in and make sure that all works in multiple different ways to play. They're improving the social system. Then they wanted to add the succession system in as well as a weather system, some people's skills, and improve the functionality of their staff members. Racetracks, and that's going to be, as I say, continuous, but they wanted to work on this roughly kind of a layer of priorities. It will change as it goes round, as we will see at some point. But a visual rework of the auction system, adding steeplechase, as well as we're firmly in now to this furlong here where we're doing things, and hardcore mode, making a lot of stats hidden and etc. So really cool. Once we learn how to play the game, we can really kick up the difficulty and you know enjoy it in a whole new different way. New characters, so different art and customization options is cool. Removing all the AI content they currently have, I think that's good. Again, more continuous. That's not going to be just one thing at a time, but as they can. Extra languages and translation projects, awesome. Improving and adding new horse animations, I think is fantastic. The tutorial overwork will be awesome. Then everything kind of should be, I think, where they want it to be in the game, as I say. So the encyclopedia, balancing, bug marathon, performance improvements, add Steam achievements, add in full support, and then we can look forward to a full release. And we did last look at 0.75, and yeah, we're into December now, and there's new things at play, and oh my, what a monster update that happened. And that succession system is now when we can get a spouse or lover to get children, and a family tree can be built out, which is wild to me. We asked for something like a succession system that we could either groom a successor or have a kid and maybe hand them the reins to the operation when we're ready to retire or something like that. But no, they've found a way to kind of expand on that and make it very immersive and very cool, adding in just a little extra, just like a family tree. And now for me, what this means is I can hire a stable hand, and when they retire, I can look at their family tree potentially and maybe hire one of their family members to replace them. Can I do that? Can I basically hire a family to fill out a job in my stable? Because I love that sort of generational relationship. And then, see, the story just building in my mind. If I own two stables, then can I promote one member of that family to run the other stable then maybe and just have like the families intertwined? And then can I maybe at some point choose a spouse and stuff rather than just have a generic spouse? Would I be able to marry into that family and marry the two of them together? Like, I don't know. Ooh, this is just my brain. Like, this is a horse racing game and a stable management game, and this is what my brain's thinking about. I'm playing CK3 in my brain because this is what they've done. They've made it far more than just a basic horse racing game or stable management game. Possibilities are just limitless. Wow. Yeah, don't know how it works, don't know how it's going to work, don't know if it's gonna be that deep, but I just love that a simple idea that the community has is not only implemented but expanded upon just a little bit, and then our feedback might influence where that goes in the future and expand it even more into something way more than it should be. Uh, I love these guys. I really, really do. I really, really do. They've been nothing but great to me in a number of ways, and very supportive of the community and very welcoming into a community, and I love that. Um, but stuff like this is what wins me. Like all the other stuff's great. It should be the basic level for every company, and sadly it isn't. Stuff like this, I understand why it can't be for very many companies. I fully understand that. It does make the ones that do it even more special, though, to me. Um, yeah, fantastic. Your community, you know, will support you to the ends of the earth if you support them. That's it. Fantastic stuff. Yeah, we're only step one in. First version of traits for persons added to the game, affecting skills and outcomes. Children can inherit traits. I didn't even read that far ahead. I saw succession system, pulled up the roadmap, and just started reading. A little bit to kind of get my head around things, and then yeah, I saw how far succession was. I was like, oh, maybe they're even that far along. Maybe they're not, and they're just jumping on the roadmap. That's fair. That's kind of how development is sometimes. I get it. I didn't actually read more than just succession system added to game on this screen. No, we are playing CK3. I've got traits I can pass down through my bloodline. Oh, this has made my. I don't know if you can tell. This has made my day. This has made my day. Oh my god. Oh, you know, it's not very often that my brain thinks this way, but I really, really wish I hadn't stopped coding back in the day and like stopped learning how to program in languages and stuff. Because when I was a kid, I was very basic and raw, but like I knew more than most kids my age would, and I don't know why, but I just kind of stopped, and I can't remember even 90% of it now. And I did a basic course in school for it, but like not really. I wish I'd have kept it up just so I could work on a project like this with people like this. You know? Ah, like I would so love to be involved in this kind of thing. There's very few people I've ever thought that way about and kind of wanted to To do that with, Tim Kaine is probably my number one. If you don't know who Tim Kaine is, do some research. He's got his own YouTube channel. He talks a lot about game development and different projects he's been on and just about the gaming industry in general. But I adore that man and his projects. They all score very highly on my list of greatest ever games I've played. And the Sheep Meadow Road games are just someone I think would be so fun to work in that team right now on this project. It just seems magical. Bit like Larian when they were doing Baldur's Gate 3, you understand a little bit about them and the way they are and what they're able to do and why their games come out so well. Yeah, it's all this kind of stuff. I love that. Okay, social interaction to people. Okay, and a sociability skill. Ooh, can I make mine 0? I'm a little antisocial in real life, which is funny for a guy who streams to, or used to stream to hundreds of people on Twitch every single day, hours on end. No problem at all. Thousands when I did a charity stream one time as part of a group. I wouldn't feel comfortable meeting someone new face to face without any preparation. So maybe my sociability would be really, really low in a game like this. It's weird, but okay. Oh my god, I'm keeping reading, and this is just CK3. Oh my god, what is going on? Including hostile actions like attempting murder or suing people. What the hell? Oh, you guys. Oh, I'm in love. Okay, NPCs can do these events towards you. If I unjustly sack someone who's got, I don't know, a high aggression hidden stat or something, if that even exists, blah blah blah. If I do that and they've got the right skill set, is there a chance that I get murdered in Horse Racing Manager? I'm not processing this correctly. I'm not processing it. What are we doing? This is magical. Oh my god. Yeah, this was not on my bingo card at all today. Um my god, you've all been dealing this with a week by the time I'm recording this. This came out on the 5th. It's now the 12th. What is this? Secrets now added. You can learn and gain secrets about what you do in the game. Public criminal secret gets sued. Also, you can trade secrets. Random trait events is cool. Taunt challenge you to events to wager cash or horses. Oh my god, we're playing for pink slips. We're racing for pinks. Oh my god. Oh, what? I need to take a moment. Bear with me. Have your say comment section down below. What was your reaction when you first saw this list a week ago? I hope this is true and not like an April Fool's kind of thing. It's reading to me like an April Fool's kind of thing, which is weird. Like, it's December, right? Like, life certainly hasn't felt real for me over the past 2 weeks. I'll 100% admit that. This is not helping. Oh, this is not helping. Oh, my brain. I can't process that this is Horse Racing Manager. This is such an interesting direction. And no, yeah, I can play Horse Racing Manager like I'm playing The Sims, or like I'm playing CK3, and I can roleplay the hell of it. I can set up scenarios. We can story tell like we're playing Dwarf Fortress. Like, how do we get you? Who made these decisions? This is phenomenal. At some point, I would love to sit down and talk with the devs, or at least some of the devs, maybe even in like a brief interview on what the initial idea was and how we got to making the game, how we got to like the start of early access. I think that's like cool from a game dev, and everybody's got ideas. Everybody has some skill set, and those people with skill set, everybody kind of has something they can do. Most people decide not to, or people won't like it. We shoot ourselves down, or someone shoots us down early. So that's an interesting part of the journey. But it's also going to be really fascinating if I had that opportunity to get from releasing early access on Steam and the positive feedback to this and this update. How do we get here? Oh, it is magical. I love this. What I said about wanting to be able to code and like work on this with these guys and this team right now, yeah, I mean it's doubled and tripled and quadrupled all the way up. I don't know what multiplier we're on right now, but my god. Yeah. Okay. Personal options: choose living standard lifestyle, protecting with NPC securities and law firm. You can choose. Okay. Favorite two people or horses in the sidebar below your name. Oh, okay. New families. Ranks what family name is the biggest family and most wealth. Oh, yeah. Okay. Um, I'm loving this. I'm loving this. Quick toggles for grade filtering race. I love that as well. Let's not get away from the fact this is still a horse racing game, and some of these little bits might get overshadowed for sure. But like, that is great. Toggling for grade filtering. I love that. Yes, please. Yes. Economic summary, monthly, quarterly, yearly. Yeah. Stop sim at social events and trades now. Yes. Love that. That's how I play most of these kind of games. I basically sim until X or Y happens, and you can choose what fits for X or Y. So I like that. Breeding ability at the top bar of the horse profile page, cool, so we can see it really easily. How many people under 18 over 18 age per year? Cool. That'll help fix the retirees right away, I guess. Um, I love that. Just customization. Customization is always good. Like set a default that you want the game to be played at, or you think has got good game balance, and then just open up so many other options for the player to choose how to do it. It's not your fault if the game doesn't work properly at that point. They chose a weird, setup. They should be well aware of that fact and know what kind of problems that can cause. But yeah, customization is always good. Pin table added more information like potential farm and earnings. Okay. Breeding show the current breeding fee and the lifetime breeding fees. Okay. Internal tooling Gatsby creative for creating new events, editing old ones easily. Okay. That sounds like a great tool. That sounds yeah. I like that. I'm not sure how useful that will be. Maybe to set up scenarios on our side when we're like modding and stuff. But I feel like that could be really cool. Wow, this is phenomenal. Improved. They're removing registration. Only remove an okay. Yeah, so when your horse gets sick, instead of removing all the races booked, it'll only book the ones for the estimated time that that horse is out. Yeah. Okay. Didn't even think about that. I didn't mind it just being cleared when a horse is sick and you just got to rebook them, but yeah, that's fine. Race registering defaults to show eligible horses. Cool. Bit more efficient. Auctions efficient. Um, changed how buttons show. That's fine. Mane and tail still work in progress. Okay, visually is dominant white for the lethal white. Yeah. And yeah, they've done the new audio system to add in. Cool. Buyback of shares works again. That's cool. That was a little bug. I didn't really buy and sell shares, but I know people had some issues with it, so I'm glad that's fixed. Custom custom tabs. You move to the first tab instead of the tab you're on. I think that was causing crashes at some point as well, so that's a really good fix. First tab to racers. Yeah, okay. New gen's not generating. Betting results no longer hitting. The sprite sheet were wrong. They've been fixed. Save games, okay. Properly named. Camera placement on the race screen has been fixed. Race tag now defaults to first available texture if nothing's found. Trade logic. There was an issue there. Scroll wheel not working. In the horse details option tab, yes. And slider sound is disabled. Okay. So they have fixed that. Then 7.6.1. The next day we come up with a scratch button in race front view for player horses, allowing you to withdraw your horses from a race before it starts on the race screen. Yes. Thank you. So many games don't do stuff like this. And there's plenty of reasons usually you can get to a race and don't actually want your horse to be in that race for multiple reasons. But yeah. Added adoption social event for married couples. Awesome. Love that. Wow, just already expanding on that. It's on a position left or right. Okay. Added cheat console traits and family search. Print player ID when starting. Okay, so we can find ourselves easier. Group stuff better. Remove some flavor from newborns. So added it back. Scouting page. Choose your priority. Ha, yeah, okay. I want to scout horses more than people, people more than horses. Bit more efficient. Convinced to stay with a staff member. There's a probability that it'll work. That's good. We're kind of working on that issue constantly, and instead of just someone leaving you and you don't have any say and you don't know anything, now, yeah, they'll tell you the reason why. They'll give you a chance to convince them if it's possible for them to stay, and now it shows you how possible it is for them to stay. I love that. Breeding preference now considers offspring earnings. That's realistic change. I like that. Migration should be quicker for older saves. Show the panel of the horse when a foal is born in the male. Fix issue with registering multiple horses, same preferred jockey would assign the same jockey to multiple horses. Now selects a freelancer instead. Good. Yeah, that was a bit weird. I didn't mind it so much because it is early access. I figured it would get fixed at some point. No, it's been fixed. That's fine. Cheapest living option is a bit cheaper, so I guess there's a balance issue there. And yeah, when it's traded, clear it being a stud or mare for hire. That makes sense. And then a couple of days later, there's toggles for positive and negative social emails, CPU trade offers, random events, and share offers. And in breeding, add only own stallion toggle. Yeah. Cool. All good things. Again, allow us to decide. Fantastic. More customization. More agency for the player. Added betting summary. Button to show and hide more information. Cool. Heavy aggregation of transactions and story events. Should reduce save by around 80%. Make larger saves faster and snappier. That is awesome. Great quality of life right there. And staff assignment more efficient. Cool. The imports respect your birth setting. Horse birth option drop down works. Pregnant horses excluded from any wagers. Returning to the breeding contract table from another scene no longer crashes the game. That is something I did notice when I was playing very briefly, like a week and a half ago. Fix the situation where a horse trade offer could soft lock the game if it wasn't replied to and then was no longer owned. Okay. Yeah. I mean, maybe not super common, but a good thing to clear any soft locks and crashes. They should be kind of fixed as soon as possible. Not being able to make the same bet after removing a bet. Okay. Didn't know about that one. Haven't played around with betting too much, but again, could see that being frustrating. Breeding table, visual breeding. Something showed up even without breeding pin toggle. I haven't seen that one, but okay. Migration issues, relative days in home, medical, etc. Okay. Remove some extra labels in auctions. Events have max caps for the costs, and sponsors offers now work again. Okay. So, a lot of good fixes, a lot of good customization, some optimization, some quality of life stuff built in, and just casually adding a roleplay system into the game. Yeah, I mean, this is how you get people obsessed with your game. This is how you get people obsessed with your game. New game. There we go. Just, of course, we're going to be rich. Oh my god. Even this looks a little different. Okay. Intelligence, temperament, sociability. And we are beautiful. Okay. And greedy. Oh, so sociability. Plus 10 from this, minus 8 from this. Overall, plus 2. And negotiation is plus 5 on both. Now we can actually see everything. That's kind of cool. There's a decent amount of them. Oh, okay. So they're not just opposites. Oh, they are opposites. My bad. Yeah. Okay. Equine Oracle. Trainer plus 20, jockey skill 15, stable hand 15, juveniles 25, veterinary skill 10. Oh my god. Yeah. Customizing via traits and like setting up a scenario to play and role play it. Yeah. Uh-huh. To set up a long sort of career, starting as a stable hand, working your way up to training a horse, maybe being a jockey first. Stable hand, farrier, scout, jockey, stable hand, not stable hand, we're going backwards. Trainer, head trainer, manager, and then being able to buy in and own our own facility one day. That sort of pathway with family and succession built in, and all these different traits. We've got our own fertility stuff in here. I was not expecting this level of detail. Yeah. I just wasn't expecting this level of detail. This is awesome. Absolutely awesome. I gotta say, I know steeplechase is coming. Flat racing's had a lot of work done. Harness racing, I think, it's had a decent amount of work and maybe still needs some. I haven't actually played it, so I don't know. But last I was reading, it seemed like there was a little bit more to do. I know steeplechase is coming. All I'm saying is a quarter of this box for each of these. Like steeple would chase, chase would fit here, right? Is there a fourth mode? Could there be a fourth mode? Like, is this going to change, or maybe it'll just go into thirds and stuff? Maybe. I don't know. I'm not saying anything or promising anything. Just the space is currently suggestive. I don't want to put pressure on them. I don't want to put pressure on them. Yeah, flat racing, custom schedule, just to get the names of the racetracks, if nothing else, and all of the horse types. And turning off staff poaching. Give me money because I'm only messing about. Give me 5 horses, and we get to see how things go. Again, it does seem a little bit quicker to start up the game as well. I was going to say, normally when it gets to simulating, we see a little more slowdown, but even then, maybe it's just me, but it does seem a tiny bit faster. Probably overall, it's not going to add up to more than like a few seconds of difference, but it used to be like a couple of minutes long. I used to actually be able to go and make a cup of tea. And now, no, it's that quick. He says it lags a bit. Oh, we've already got a cat. Yup. That's my cat now. That's my cat now. One of our interns apparently found a cat in the stable. Okay. A little 2-year-old. Oh, it's got a little Christmas hat on. Nice. Majesty Crimson Woods. Looks like a solid 2-year-old filly. Okay. Frida Pinecone Ridge. Again, could be a solid filly. We've got the breeding ability up here, by the way, so I think that's a pretty good place for it. Oh, a colt with excellent to elite breeding. Huh. Okay. Don't mind that either. Really interesting. Smoky Widget. We've got Coloration Gentle. 3-year-old filly there. And Heatwave Largo. Cool. So yeah, we've got an Arabian Bay. We've got a Thoroughbred Bay. We've got a Bay Tobiano quarter horse. A Bay quarter horse. And another Bay quarter horse. But yeah, even with Bay, we got like the very light, the very dark, and kind of the medium. Don't mind that at all. Breeding. Okay, yes, there are sounds. I was not fully expecting that. I don't know why I wasn't expecting that, but I wasn't fully expecting that. That's on me. That's on me. Yeah. That's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Potentially some phenomenal horses. Blaze Tango, Diamond Bay Waltz, Metronome Christopher. Interesting. Very, very interesting. That's our horse, right? Yeah, that is our horse, Heatwave. So, possibly one of the top horses in the game right now. Okay, Pregnant Horse, Hip Hop Nectar. Ooh, a Chestnut Akal Teki. Don't mind that at all. Elite breeding. Yeah. Okay. Oh, the dominant white. It's bright, but I kind of like it. I kind of like it. Can we train their breeding up somehow? Like, we can train their attitudes and everything else up. Can we train breeding? I don't know. Does it change year to year as they mature? Is there going to be different horses hitting different sort of peaks for their racing and for their breeding? Is that a thing? If not, is it gonna be a thing? If not, is it gonna be moddable? And if it wasn't gonna be a thing, is me talking about it possibly gonna make it a thing? Because I never know with this development team. You never know. You mention something, an idea just hits you, and all of a sudden, you find it in the patch notes within a week. Excuse me. I'm trying to get a drink going because, I feel like the excitement of reading those patch notes and just loading in the game and seeing some stuff, and just my brain is firing at all cylinders now with so many possibilities and ways to improve the game, but also ways to play the game, and like I say, that whole role play aspect. Um, yeah, there's just so much going on in my brain right now. I love that. Absolutely love that. I like the way it looks. I like the way it feels. I like these new features. We are quick-witted and humbled. So we can train acceleration and speed, which seems like a nice combat. Mental as well. We're not bad at anything else, but we're okay. We can ride. We can do a bit of, veterinary and farrier when we need to. I kind of like that. We are approachable. Okay, yeah. So improves chemistry with other staff and horses. But the more sociable you are, the more likely to spread gossip and engage in social events. Okay, so you can make yourself actually like unapproachable, and possibly that works as a toggle in its own right to not get as many events. That's kind of cool. Effectiveness in making deals and salary discussions. Yeah, okay. I love these floating tooltips. Intelligence boosts the effectiveness. It's added to skill calculations for jockey, trainer, stable hand, manager. Jockeys also helps control high temperament horses. Cool. And we're easygoing, so it reduces the effectiveness. Okay. Yeah, so us being easygoing will perform more consistently, whereas a Volte person, it might fluctuate more. They might underperform a bit, even though they're really good. I wonder if they can also overperform slightly because they're throwing everything into it or something. I don't know. I don't know. But it's kind of interesting. How much should we get paid? I mean, it's per month, right? Yeah, so 340k a year seems about a good number for me. No relationships, no recent events, no statistics, no training, of course. Oh my god, I've just seen how much money we had. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, we don't need to take a wage, do we, to keep ourselves okay? Um, Law firm, Bargain and Sons, Thornbury Associates, Whitmore and Chase LLP, Sterling Blackwood Partners. Oh, uh, yeah, I'll have a cleaning service, regular outings, an economy car, modest spending, a security system, basic meals is fine, and a nice condo. with bargains and sons. There we go. 834.3k a year. And here's the end of the road. So when we have an heir, we can leave the world and add people in. And here's our tree. There is nothing right now. Okay, cool. How do I find a partner? How do I adopt a kid? Like, where's all that? Is that event based? Is it so, like, I don't know. Is interesting. Interesting. Uh, can I interact with them? Yeah, I can. Oh my god. Oh, but you've gone above and beyond your fabricate evidence. I am playing CK3. Arrange a murder. And I'm going to let the spread rumors, propose marriage, propose affair. Uh, okay. This is so much more involved than I thought it was going to be. And now my thought was just find someone that's around the same age with me and like try and start a relationship and whatever. Now I'm like, is this the best match for me if I'm going to be spending 2 million on gifts? uh, okay, okay. In fact, let's go ahead and just skip past all the crap, right? This is what it's about. So, I mean, this could all be very interesting. Um, she is modest. What are we approachable? Sociability? Can I look at sociability? No. Okay. And I was wondering if male or female mattered. It doesn't really seem like it does, which is fine. A charismatic genius, fiery temperament. Okay. I'm not sure if I love that. A young 18-year-old balanced, average, magnetic personality. I mean, how old are we? 31? 18? Let's cause a scandal. Let's cause a scandal. Um, yeah, let's go for a countryside ride with Fergus. Okay. It's not to be. It's not to be. Let's get out of. Yeah, what's a buy, sell, breed horses? Like, no, we're playing a dating sim now. We're playing a dating sim. Um, this game is so many things in one, and I love it because it already does a lot of the racing things really well. And with the new racing engine coming in, like that should improve. Oh, with the real world stuff coming in, that's going to improve that side of things. The modability and customization options are just through the roof anyway, so that's going to improve. Then we get our business sim with being able to buy and sell shares and gamble with other owners for prize horses and stuff and kind of different ways to to buy out other companies basically within the game world and build your own race courses, maybe that sort of thing. Just so much fantastic stuff. And now we've got a dating sim, with a mini dating sim built in, and then a social and political simulation like Crusader Kings or something, where we can sue people and try and murder them and take them out on dates and have affairs and all kinds of like weird stuff that I didn't know I wanted, but now we're here. Sure. An introvert, I mean, yeah, probably not. So what is? Yeah, that's the wrong temperament. So we want high intelligence, low temperament, right? And we want to find someone who's a little bit sociable. So age is between, I would say, let's think, what are we, 31? So I'd go 26 and 36 right now. I think just as a starting age range is fine. So intelligence is at least, I'm gonna say 80 because we're quite intelligent. We might want someone of a similar intelligence. Okay, a brief phone call, but I'm back. I think I was going for temperament at most like 40. That's a small kind of group. Okay. Yeah. That kind of person seems okay, that kind of personality. Oh, we can only do an event with anyone once every 7 days, not somebody else for a while. Okay, let's get forward a bit. End of the year. We're not going to win anything, but yeah, we can see our stuff here and whatnot. Age, temperament, intelligence. Sorry. At least, at most, at most. Nope, between. There we go. I did remember. 26. Yeah. 24, 38. Let's open it up a little bit. 75. 40. Boom. Okay, there's a large pool to work from. Temperament is at most 75. Intelligence at least 40. I did those wrong way around. I thought something was a bit weird. Okay, not as big a pool, but still a pretty big one. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I don't care if they're employed or not. So Tess is 35. She's an experienced trainer. She knows what she's doing. Seems like a really cool person together. I'm going to invite her to the races. And let's get... Hey, there's a 69% chance of this working. Private box, excellent views, etc. Nice. Yeah, let's do it. 81k. Let's get a premium box. Champagne service. Let's kick things off. Day of the races. Ha. Chemistry wasn't quite there. Wow. Okay. I'm not sure I love that. Not sure I'm loving that this resets as well. If we can like not reset filters the next time I go on the screen. So I mean, I've got a clear filters button. If I don't clear it before I leave, then I can clear it when I come back quite easily. But especially if I'm like focused on this thing, and I know this is a niche thing. This is a very niche thing. This is on me, but like, yeah, it's a little weird. What am I looking for? Intelligence. So at least, at most, 40%, 75%. Age is between 24, 38. Boom. Okay. Um. Yeah, the fact that that keeps thing, or even if there's just like a little lock symbol here, and I can just click it and it'll lock it in place for the next time. So I've actively got to choose whether or not to keep it there or not. I wouldn't mind that. That would be a decent solution too. Um, let's see, someone roughly the same age as us, friendly. Okay, good stable hand with some leadership to him. Very close bond with Heidi Malone. Like how close? Yeah, she likes a lot of people, so she'll be fine. Let's go for dinner. Fine dining. Hey, fine dining left Winston Rios speechless. We now have a little bit of a bond with him. So he is our favorite person. And we have excellent chemistry with him. Okay, so Tessa, who we tried, didn't really work out. Don't see the other one. I thought we did multiple, right? Okay. Not sure what that is. But yeah, okay, Winston. That's kind of cool. So if we go forward a week, the best thing here is now I can just check my social and go straight to Winston easily. So that's kind of cool. Okay, so we've done this. So once a month we can do the same thing, and every 7 days we can choose a new thing. Let's go and yeah, come to the stables. It's very small. We don't have much, but okay, connection wasn't there. Winston, I hope you weren't thinking about somebody else. Don't tell me you were thinking about Heidi. Oh, Heather, we've got excellent chemistry together. Come on now, sir. Let's go to the races. Owners enclosure. Yeah, owners enclosure. Let's go. Boom. Absolutely phenomenal. I want to fast track this. Um, let's go drinking at a cocktail bar. Skip to my race. I got two horses. Let's just race one of them. Oh, Snow in. Well, I guess we're pretty much the worst horse in the field, right? Oh, we've overtaken one. We've overtaken one. Yay! 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 We got ruined in that race. You interrupted my dating sim for that. Oh. Yeah. Um, Yeah, there's a little bit of challenge about this, which I don't mind. I don't mind. Let's go horse riding. Oh, training session. Okay, 72. I think that would be enough to propose an affair, but not marriage. Maybe. Not that that's what we want to do, but neither is married, and relationship 95s get married. Okay, let's go to dinner. Fine dining, 79%. Let's go. I think we start this on like the 12th of January. So we're about 2 months in, and things actually seem to be going rather well at the moment. Luxury gift, 405k. Oh my god, he didn't like that. I mean, we have dropped a couple of million on this. If you do want to win someone around, maybe spending the most money isn't the best to do. Um, Heart attack. Oh wow. Oh wow. It's all going badly. I know that the chances aren't great, but we seem to be hitting some really bad luck here. Yeah, just like everything is going against us. It does feel like everything here on this is going against us. Excellent chemistry. And the chances aren't that great right now. I'm just trying to speedrun it, so I'm choosing things that maybe would, don't have the best chances. Here, money does get a better chance. So yeah, 88, a massive day out the races. That always seems to be kind of one that's going well for me. He says always as if 2 is a good sample size. 68%, yep. That's up to 92. And we'll interact, go to dinner. And the best chance does seem to be fine dining. 99% relationship. Bang. Awesome. Um, awesome. So after dropping a little bit of money, we can try and have a wedding. Wow. I will say that we're at 99% relationship. So the fact that I could gain 28 relationship doesn't quite make sense to me. But yeah, I do want this to go through, so we're going to drop the money. And we tied the knot. Absolutely fantastic. Um, we're going to double barrel. We're going to double barrel. Absolutely fine. Don't mind that. James Rios. And there we have it. That's fantastic. And we get new options. We can still do stuff. Like, that's cool, man. That is cool. And let's see. International adoption, private adoption, local adoption. Um, let's go for the middle option. Private. Okay. Uh what just happened? And on that bombshell, wow. 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 I've got no words. I've got no words. It worked. It worked. Bye bye. And there we go. Oh. Oh boy. So yeah, we don't know what she's gonna be like. She's basically just been born. We killed her husband because of his infidelity. This is magical, I will say. But Irish names. Is it Saoirse or Saoirse? I think depending on different parts of Ireland, it might even pronounce slightly different. Saoirse, I think. Saoirse James Rios. Um, yeah. Can I not add cash? I know she doesn't have any cash. Or anything. I just kind of wanted to give my child an heir a horse. I know it shouldn't work like that, and it doesn't work like that, and that's fine. But I'm getting lost in the simulation. Okay, kind of cool. Kind of cool. And I can leave the world and hand things over to my 0-year old adopted child who now owns a stable and has been adopted into this really weird place where parents got married, adopted her. Her dad was cheating on her mom, so her mom murdered her dad and then decided to leave the world and leave it all up to young Saoirse. So, okay. What a story we've told just in this. That's magical. That is at some point magical. I don't know what to think about these changes now because wow, it's that quick to hire. I will say we've got a jockey that's got at most 23% jockey skill. A head trainer who should be a scout. A trainer who should be a scout. A vet who can at least be a vet. A stable hand as a farrier. A bad scout. I said, man, yeah, okay. I mean, I wish it was slightly better at that. I don't know how much of that comes down to our abilities. I'm guessing it would. Maybe leadership, maybe the intelligence. I was going to make a really dumb comment then about both parents being like quite intelligent and the child not. And isn't that weird? No, they adopted. Let's not forget they did adopt. Yeah, being able to choose our picture would be kind of cool. I'm guessing you have to put a bunch of kid pictures in at different age ranges to kind of age up, or just have what she'd look like as a grown up and just would have to hand wave some stuff. I don't know. But yeah, really interesting update. Some really cool things. I could see getting a lot of use and fun series out of those. I really, really could. That's kind of awesome. That is absolutely awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let me know, like I say, what your reaction to this update has been and kind of the direction the game is heading when I know there might be some concerns that by doing this, we're not doing other things. And it might, you know, slow down other things being put in or in place of other things being put in, like a better racing engine, etc. As far as I'm aware, it's not going to affect that at all. And we're still going to get all the racing upgrades, the graphical upgrades, the management upgrades, but this is something else aside. And the brief kind of interactions I've had with developers like John has been that they want a little more of the random events in the game to make it a more fun and engaging game world. You know, there's little bits like the cat event and the Nigerian prince emails. There's just these little things, and I don't know if you don't like those, then maybe at some point there'll be a toggle to turn that on and off. As so many things are right now, we can customize pretty much absolutely everything. You can see here. I'd probably go with a yearly email at the moment, but I can get all those notifications. We can do all these kind of things and customize even more. Like, there's so many things on here that you can turn on and off. If you don't like them, you can just turn them off. So the fact that they're being put into the game shouldn't matter. It just shouldn't matter at all. Um, but I know people will be worried about that. I do like the fact that we've got so many different things in here, though. See how many members we've got. The biggest family. We speedrun dating. Absolutely fine. Well, we did that. But yeah, like I say, these features, 90% of them are probably going to be able to be turned off or on in here. So you can turn on and off as much as you want to play the game your way. And that customization is part of why I really do love this game. The level of updates, the depth of updates, the quality of updates, the frequency of updates, like everything is so promising. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. So, yeah. Again, if you don't know, you can check them out on Steam. You can wishlist the game. You can go ahead and you can join their Discord as well. Um, they're great with the community. They're building a really good horse racing game, a really good stable management game, a really good dating simulator, and a really good uh, intrigue simulator, let's call it, and like social intrigue. And it's all the same game. And it's wonderful. And yeah, Sheep Meadow Road games are absolutely fantastic. And they're doing so many things that I didn't expect. And we are just having a whale of a time with this. Just complete craziness and evolution, as unexpected as it is turning into such an impressive game with such depth and breadth and, as I say, immersion, role playing, storylines. There's all kinds of things being baked into this now, but it's a lot more than just a horse racing game, than just stable management. But if you want to, you can just play that way. You can play as just a jockey and automate everything else. You can just be an owner. You can just be a trainer. You can decide kind of how you want to play. And over time, more and more of that is getting baked into the game with new features. And that's going to be something that continues to evolve and impress. And yeah, that is something that I really do like. Sociability withdrawn. Ha. It knows me. It knows me. I mean, I'd argue this side a little more. This side, maybe, yeah, maybe about right. Cool. I mean, I don't have any secrets, right? Because they weren't in the game when I did things. I haven't talked to some of these people in a long time, right? But I do have really good relationships with some of these people. Manager of the Year. She owns Viscountess Garnet Incorporation. Why are we very good friends with her? I mean, Reed is our trainer. So is Helena. How like I'm don't know why we're good friends. Neutral chemistry too. Yeah. Huh. I don't know. I was just gonna play around and see what this save looked like with the new features, and I do like that they are backwards compatible in that way. They do kind of work out quite well. Um, but yeah, you can play it your way. So, like I said, we looked at that roadmap. There's so much still to come, but I'm loving what's here. And yeah, wishlist them on Steam, check them out on Discord, get involved with the community. Thank you very much for being here. I'm sorry it's taken me a while to get things straight, but there has been a lot going on. And I hope if you are new around here, you enjoyed. Please do like and subscribe the video. No matter who you are, leave a comment. Introduce yourself if I don't know you already. And let me know, like I say, about this update, about this game, about anything else. Check out the other series and playlists we got going on. I've just started out the Park Baseball 26. I'm a really big sports fan as well. So again, sports management, kind of my wheelhouse, which is kind of why we're playing games like this, but also like a lot of games like CK3. So this update really pleases me as well there. I think that's just management of a different kind. So yeah, kind of cool to see a lot of my games come together. But we do have those playlists up on the channel. Check them out. There are memberships available if you're able to. Really do appreciate any support that you can, even if it's just a like, a comment, a share, whatever it may be. And a subscription is lovely, as always, for the algorithm to boost the channel and grow our community, because I want to build a good community, and I think we're definitely well on the way to doing that. So, I'll see you next time. Take care, stay safe, all the very best. And who knows, with our next update on Horse Racing Manager, there might be something else really interesting in here that we didn't expect. I'm not sure what it could be, but yeah, it could be something just crazy based on what Sheep Meadow Road games have been doing lately. So, love them. Can't wait to see what's next, and I can't wait to see you next time.